My people, imagine say na today be 28, salary never enter, your children don finish the last cup of garri, you tell yourself make I quickly rush go supermarket, you carry basket, rice, milk, bread, indomie, egg, soap, everything wey house need. You reach cashier, the lady smile, your total na 41,850 naira. You bring out your phone, open bank app, loading, balance 2,135 naira. Your heart just cut. You look the cashier, she look you, you say my salary go enter tomorrow sha. She smiles politely, sorry sir, we don do pay later. You begin remove things one by one, bread first, then milk, then eggs. Everybody behind you dey look. That embarrassment alone fit make you swear say you no go ever come back again. Now pause, let me change the story. You leave the supermarket, cross the road, enter one small shop. Mama Tunde dey there. Before you talk, she don greet you. Chairman, how family now? You smile, you say mama, salary never enter o. She no even ask plenty question, she just carry one old exercise book, write your name, write the amount, close am. Oya, carry your things, you go pay when salary enter. No app, no BVN, no OTP, no facial recognition, no artificial intelligence, just trust. Now make I ask you one dangerous business question. Who really gets the stronger business model, the supermarket or Mama Tunde? Because what if I tell you that one dirty exercise book is quietly defeating billion naira technology? Stay with me, because today I go show you one business secret wey Harvard fit explain, but your neighborhood shop don dey master am since before internet. Quick one before we continue. If you sell anything, hair products, clothes, shoes, food, POS, phone accessories, medicine, even if na online business you run, today's episode fit completely change how you think about customers, because this no be motivational talk, na practical business knowledge wey fit increase customer loyalty without spending millions on advert. So if na this kind Street MBA with Kapick wey you like, hit that subscribe button, because every week we no dey teach business from textbook, we dey teach business from the street. Now let's continue. Most people believe one lie, a very expensive lie. They believe big business automatically beats small business. Think about am. If I ask you who get advantage, one supermarket with air conditioning, hundreds of workers, computer systems, warehouse, delivery vans, apps, millions of naira for advertising, or one woman selling from one tiny shop, most people no go even think twice. Dem go say na supermarket go win. But if that na true, why your neighborhood shop still dey open every morning? Why that woman wey dey sell provisions for your street still dey pay school fees? Why people still dey buy from am? No be because her price is always cheaper, sometimes she even cost pass supermarket. So why customers still dey come back? The answer no dey inside price tag, the answer dey inside human psychology. And this na where many entrepreneurs dey make mistake. Dem think customers buy because of cheap price. No, customers stay because of relationship. Big difference. Wait, if price na everything, why Apple dey sell phone very expensive pass many competitors? Why some people queue for expensive restaurants when cheaper food dey nearby? Exactly. Business has never been only about price. Business na emotion, business na trust, business na belongingness. Let me tell you something wey fit surprise you. Supermarkets know what you buy, Mama Tunde knows why you buy it. Which difference? Computer records, rice, sugar, milk, bread, end of story. Mama Tunde knows your son resume school today, your wife just born, your landlord decrease rent, your business slow this month, your mother dey village. She knows your story. And people don't only buy with money, people buy with emotion. Let me give you one example. Imagine two customers. One enter supermarket, nobody greet am, nobody know am, nobody care whether na im birthday. He is simply customer number 5482. Now another customer enter Mama Tunde shop. Before she ask what she wants, she says, Oga Kunle, hope your daughter don recover o. See the difference now. Immediately the customer no feel like customer again, e feels like family, and family is very difficult to replace. This is your first Street MBA with Kapick lesson today. People can replace products, they rarely replace genuine relationships. Let me ask you, if your business closes tomorrow, will your customer miss your products or will they miss you? Think about that, because the answer fit determine whether your business survive the next recession. Now, let's talk about this famous exercise book. Many people laugh whenever they see it. They call it debt book, oníwé gbèsè. Wrong, very wrong. That notebook is not just recording debt, it is recording trust. Every page tells a story. This person always pays, this one pays late but pays, this one disappeared last year, this family has been buying here for 10 years. That information, no banker fit collect am like that, no AI fit understand am completely, no algorithm fit measure loyalty the way one honest conversation can. Funny enough, the whole world is now trying to build technology to copy what Mama Tunde has been doing for years. Today you hear English like buy now, pay later, BNPL, fintech innovation, flexible credit, installment payment. Everybody is packaging it with beautiful English, but if we are being honest, our mothers don dey do am before they gave it a fancy name. The difference, the apps trust your data, Mama Tunde trust your character, and sometimes character is more valuable than data. But hold on, before you carry exercise book begin dash everybody credit, there is one dangerous mistake that has destroyed thousands of small businesses, and that mistake is exactly why some people say never sell on credit. Are they right or are they completely wrong? Let's find out. Now, before you carry one exercise book tomorrow morning, begin write everybody name. Calm down, because this same exercise book don destroy many businesses. Yes, the same thing wey fit make your business grow fit also bury your business. You know why? Because many people no understand the difference between trust and pity. Those two things no be the same thing. Let me tell you one story. There was this one provision shop owner, let's call him Baba Segun. Very kind man. If anybody say baba abeg I go pay later, e no dey think twice, e go say carry am. Another person comes, carry am. Another one come, carry am. 6 months later, half of his shop was inside other people houses. His shelves were almost empty, his notebook was full, but his account was empty. One day his wife look at him and ask, this notebook na bank statement or na story book? Funny, but that is exactly what happened. He had customers, he had relationship, he even had plenty debtors, but he no longer had cash flow. And listen carefully, a business does not die because people owe it. A business dies because it cannot replace the stock that was sold. Let me say that again, somebody needs to hear this. A business does not collapse because customers are owing. It collapses because there is no money to buy the next bag of rice, the next carton of noodles, the next crate of drink. That is why trust without discipline is not business, it is charity, and charity and business are two different things. Wait first, have you ever owed one neighborhood shop before? Don't lie. Most Nigerians have. Some of us even change route because salary never enter. You see, that is why this conversation is personal. Many people think Mama Tunde just guesses. No, she's running one of the smartest risk management system you will ever see. Only say she no call am risk management, she calls it knowing my people. See how she thinks. If one stranger enters today and says, Mama abeg write am, what do you think she will say? Most likely, my brother no vex, we no dey do credit for first time customer. Why? Because trust has not been earned. Now imagine another customer. This customer has bought from her every week for 5 years, never disappears, always greet her, even when he pays late, he pays. Now his child falls sick, he needs medicine urgently. Mama Tunde doesn't see a debtor, she sees a trustworthy customer facing a temporary problem. Can you see the difference? That is not emotion, that is business intelligence. She has quietly created her own credit score. No computer, no algorithm, no app, just years of observation. You know wetin dey funny? Banks are now spending billions trying to build systems that can predict whether someone will repay a loan. Mama Tunde has been doing it from behind the counter for over 20 years. Sometimes, experience is a better database than software. Now, let's look at the other side. Imagine you are the manager of a big supermarket. A customer walks in. He says, "Please, salary enters tomorrow. Can you help him?" No. Even if you want to, the answer is still no. Why? Because the supermarket does not belong to the manager. It belongs to policies, rules, compliance, auditors, shareholders. Everything must follow procedure. That is why the cashier can smile, feel sorry for you, and still say, "Sorry sir, company policy." She is not wicked. She simply has no power. But Mama Tunde owns her business. She can make a decision in 10 seconds. She does not need approval from head office. She does not need to call Lagos. She does not need to fill 3 forms. She looks at you, look at your history, and makes a business decision. That speed, that flexibility, that human judgment is something many big companies struggle to copy. Let me ask you one question. Why do you think people sometimes pass 3 supermarkets just to buy from one familiar shop? Is it because that shop always has cheaper price? No, not always. Sometimes it is actually more expensive, yet people still go there. Why? Because every time you help someone during a difficult season, you create something money cannot easily buy. You create emotional loyalty. Think about it. Imagine you lost your job. Only one person believed in you. Only one shop that allowed you feed your family. Months later, you finally got another job. Now tell me honestly, where will you continue buying your groceries? Exactly. Even if another shop is slightly cheaper, your heart has already chosen, because human beings don't always repay kindness with cash. Sometimes we repay it with loyalty, and loyalty is one of the most valuable assets any business can own. Write this down. Customer remember prices, but they never forget how you made them feel. Read that again, because that single sentence can transform your business. Have you noticed something? There are shops where children bought sweets, then their parents became customer. Now their grandchildren still buy there. 3 generations, same shop. How? Relationship. The shopkeeper attended weddings, visited naming ceremonies, contributed during burials, asked about sick parents, celebrated graduations. To an outsider, it looks like ordinary greetings, but from a business perspective, those greetings are investments. Every genuine conversation adds to the relationship account. Every act of kindness increases trust. Every fulfilled promise compounds loyalty. You cannot download that from an app store. You cannot automate it with AI. You cannot import it from China. You build it, one customer at a time, one conversation at a time, one fulfilled promise at a time. And that is exactly why some tiny neighborhood shops have survived inflation, economic crisis, pandemics, currency fluctuation, and still open every morning with confidence. Not because they have the biggest building, but because they have the strongest relationship. Now, does this mean every business should start selling on credit? Absolutely not. In fact, there are businesses where giving credit can destroy you faster than inflation. So, how do you know when to say yes and when to politely say no? That answer could save your business from becoming another story. Let's talk about it. Now, let me surprise you. The question is not, should you give credit? The real question is, who deserves your credit? Because credit is not a gift, it is an investment, and every investment must have a chance of bringing returns. Think about a farmer. Does he throw seeds anywhere? Inside the gutter, on the road, on a rock? No, he plants where the ground has already shown potential. Your business should think the same way. If somebody has never bought from you before, never greeted you, never built any relationship, then suddenly says, "Boss, abeg, write down," that is not a customer asking for help. That is a stranger asking you to become their bank. And banks don't lend money to strangers without checking something first. So why should you? Let me ask you something. If someone walked into your house today and said, "Please borrow me 100,000 naira. You don't know me, but trust me," would you agree? Exactly. Then why do some business owners keep giving away products the same way? If you are going to use neighborhood credit, don't use emotion alone, use principles. Rule number 1, relationship before credit. A customer should become known before becoming trusted. Notice what successful neighborhood traders do. They observe, they watch, they learn your habits, not because they are spying, but because they are reducing risk. The more consistent a customer is, the more valuable that relationship becomes. Rule number 2, start small. Nobody begins with a huge amount. Today, it may be one loaf of bread. Next month, maybe a bag of rice. Trust grows in stages, the same way muscle grows in the gym. Nobody carries 150 kg on the first day. Rule number 3, set clear expectations. This is where many people fail. Some business owners fear having uncomfortable conversations. Don't smile. Respect the customer, but be clear. Oga, this one na for Friday o. Simple, professional, respectful, no insult, no embarrassment. A good customer appreciates clarity. Rule number 4, protect your cash flow. This one fit save your business. Never allow too much of your stock to become debt. Your shelves must keep moving because suppliers don't collect promise, they collect money. Your landlord does not accept, don't worry, the relationship dey. NEPA no dey smile because some customers owe you. Cash flow keeps businesses alive, not sales alone. Rule number 5, know when to say no. This may be the hardest lesson. Sometimes the best business decision is one simple sentence. I wish I could help today, but I can't. That doesn't make you wicked, it makes you responsible. Because if your business died tomorrow, you won't be able to help anybody tomorrow. Write this somewhere. A business that helps everybody today but closes tomorrow has helped nobody. Think about that. Now let's travel small. Have you noticed something about happening around the world? Today you hear companies talking about flexible payment, installments, pay in full, buy now, pay later. Everybody is packaging it with beautiful English. But if you remove the technology, what remains? Trust. The difference is their trust is built with data. One neighborhood trust was built with relationship. That doesn't mean one is better than the other. It means they solve different problems. Technology makes it easier to scale. Relationship makes it harder to replace. The smartest businesses understand both. Imagine this, you run a fashion business. A loyal customer has bought from you every month for 3 years. One day, she says, I need this outfit for my sister's wedding. I will balance you after month end. You already know her story. You know how she behaves. You know she's dependable. That is a completely different decision from someone you've never seen before asking for the same thing. Business is contest, not emotion. Let me bring this closer to home. Imagine two barbers. Barber A cut hair, collect payments, next customer, nothing more. Barber B cut hair, remember your children's name, ask how your interview went, knows you are planning to relocate. When business is slow, he send you one simple message, Shama, long time, hope everything dey okay. Now tell me, who are you likely to recommend? Exactly. The seasons are almost the same. The clipper is almost the same. The difference is relationship. People don't just recommend skills, they recommend experiences. And that is why some business spend millions on advertising, while others grow because unsatisfied customer will not stop talking about them. Here is another Street MBA with Kapick truth. Your customer is not your marketing department, but if you treat them well enough, they will become one for free. I once heard a trader say something powerful. She said, during my hardest year, one customer refused to stop buying from me, even when others left. Why? Not because her prices were the cheapest, not because her shop was the biggest, but because years earlier, when the customer husband lost his job, she quietly helped the family. No social media, no camera, no announcements, just genuine humanity. Years later, business came back around. That customer became one of our biggest supporters. Listen carefully. Kindness is not always repaid immediately. Sometimes it comes back as loyalty, sometimes as referrals, sometimes as prayer, sometimes as opportunities. Business has a strange way of rewarding those who consistently create value and build trust. Here is the challenge I want to leave you with. Before we move to the final part, stop asking, how can I sell more? Start asking, how can I become difficult to replace? Those are two completely different questions. Anybody can sell rice, anybody can sell soft drinks, anybody can sell phone chargers, but not everybody can build a community around their business. When your customers begin to feel like they belong, price becomes less important, competition becomes less frightening, and your business becomes more resilient, because communities produce what they value. Products can be copied, relationship cannot. And in the final part of this episode, I will show you why this human advantage may become the most valuable business asset in the age of AI, automation, and digital commerce. Because while machines are getting smarter every day, there is still one thing they cannot genuinely replicate. And if you understand this, you will never look at your customers the same way again. Now, everybody is talking about AI, artificial intelligence, automations, robots, self-cash-out, cashierless stores, digital banks, smart shelves. People are saying very soon machine will replace people. Maybe for some jobs, maybe for some tasks, but let me ask you one simple question. Can AI attend your mother's burial? Can AI notice that your voice sounds tired today? Can AI say, Chairman, I notice I've been tough lately. Take this one first, we will sort it out later. No, because empathy is not software, compassion is not algorithm, relationship is not a subscription, technology can process transactions, only human being can build trust, and trust is becoming more valuable, not less. As the world becomes more digital, the more technology fills our lives, the more people appreciate genuine human connection. That is why some of the fastest growing businesses today don't just sell products, they build communities. Quick question, when was the last time you recommend a business? Think about it. Did you recommend it because the logo looked beautiful, or because someone there treated you with respect? Exactly. People advertise products, people recommend experiences. Never forget that. This is where many small business owners makes another mistake. They wake up every morning trying to become another supermarket. No, don't fight the battle designed for giants. Fight the battle they cannot enter. If they can buy cheaper than you, be more personal. If they have bigger buildings, know your customers better. If they have faster computers, have deeper relationship. If they have loyalty cards, build genuine loyalty. Businesses is not always about becoming bigger. Sometimes it is about becoming more valuable to a smaller group of people. That is exactly how many successful businesses started. They were not everything to everybody. They become unforgettable to somebody. Go to almost any Nigerian market, watch carefully, you will notice something. One trader is shouting prices, another is dancing, another is joking with customers, another already knows which customer like which product. To someone passing by, it looks ordinary, but underneath that noise, business strategy is happening. Every greeting builds familiarity, every smile lower resistance, every honest conversation increases trust, every fulfilled promise strengthens reputation. That is marketing without billboard. That is branding without expensive designers. That is customer retention without an app. Many small businesses already have powerful business assets. The problem is they don't recognize them. Listen carefully. Your biggest business asset may not be your shop, it may not be your stock, it may not even be your money, it could simply be your name. Protect it, because reputation takes years to build and only one bad decision to destroy. Now, I need to balance this conversation. This episode is not saying give everybody credit. It is not saying stop collecting cash. It is not saying forget profit. Business must remain profitable. Without profit, there is no business. Without cash flow, there is no stock. Without stock, there are no customers to serve. So, use wisdom, use observation, use clear rules, use discipline. Let your heart be kind. But let your business be smart. Street MBA with Kapick is not about choosing between compassion and profit. It is about learning how to combine both. Now, let's go back to where we started. Remember that man standing at the supermarket cashier? Salary never entered, card declined, embarrassed. He quietly removed the bread, removed milk, removed egg, walked away. Then he entered Mama Tunde shop. She opened one old exercise book, wrote his name, closed the book, and said, "Go and take care of your family." Many people think that notebook recorded one debt. I disagree. That notebook recorded something far more valuable. It recorded trust, it recorded dignity, it recorded hope, and it quietly secured a customer who would probably return again and again, not because he had no other option, but because someone treated him like a human being when life become difficult. That is the lesson. The exercise book was never the product, the rice was never the product, the bread was never the product, trust was the product. Everything else was simply the packaging. Let me leave you with this. The biggest companies in the world have money, technology, warehouses, artificial intelligence, data. But if your business can genuinely know people, serve people, respect people, solve people's problem, and build trust over time, you possess an advantage that money alone cannot buy. Never allow technology to remove your humanity, because the businesses that will survive the future will not just be the smartest, they will be the most trusted. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever bought something on neighborhood credit? Or have you ever trusted a customer and that trust changed your business? Share your story in the comments. Let's learn from one another. And if this episode changed the way you think about business, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with one entrepreneur, one shop owner, one market woman, one POS agent, one barber, one fashion designer, because somebody out there is trying to beat big competitors with a small business, and this lesson might be exactly what they need. If you are new here, subscribe to Street MBA with Kapick, where we don't just talk business, we translate business into the language of the street. Until next week, keep building, keep learning, and remember, business no be only about selling. Business na about earning the kind of trust that makes people come back even when they have other choices. Apply the lesson learned for today. Wash you.